Trilingera has a huge expanse of pure white shell sand, crystal clear waters, and a safe shallow sandy bay, suitable for swimming and snorkeling. Otter spotting is a popular island attraction, as the east side of the island is a landscape of inland and sea lochs, inlets, bays and channels. This is an otter's paradise, and the halts can be easily spotted. It still takes patience and a bit of luck to spot the elusive creatures. Study the tidal timetables, as an otter is much more likely to be seen on the incoming tide, roughly 2 to 4 hours before high tide. As it comes towards high tide, the otter usually heads for its halt, which is its home and rest area. It is also where they rear their young.
Staying dry this evening with many parts of the country enjoying largely clear skies and some warm sunshine. Temperatures in the central belt.
Lochmaddy is one of the 2 principal ports for entering the Uist Islands. If you're touring in a motorhome, then you must always remember to take your litter to the nearest bin, and don't leave it lying about. At each of the ferry terminals you will find toilet disposal facilities, grey water disposal facilities, and fresh water for filling up your motorhomes. North Uist is a landscape of fresh and saltwater lochs, bordered on its western side by miles of sandy beaches and cultivated crops. North Uist is very popular with walkers, bird watchers and motorhomers, as well as cyclists. On the west side of the island, the road follows the machair, the fertile coastal grassland bordering the sand dunes, whilst the eastern side is mainly water. This area is a fisherman and bird watcher's paradise. Beaches are a huge attraction on North Uist and Berneray. Lochmaddy is the village capital and main settlement on the island of North Uist. It is also the terminus for the ferry to Uig on Skye, which provides the shortest link to the Uist from mainland Scotland. There was a quay at Lochmaddy in 1703, and in 1802 a fishing village was built here to take advantage of the plentiful herrings in nearby waters. In 1834 Lochmaddy took up the role as the North Uist terminus for steamers from Uig, a role further developed with the arrival of the first vehicle ferries in 1963. In 1985 a roll-on roll-off service was introduced, and in 1989 a Sunday service started on Uig Lochmaddy leg of this service, despite some local opposition. North Uist measures some 18 miles from east to west by 12 miles from north to south, and as one of the most complex topographies you are likely to find anywhere. The eastern 2/3 of the island are characterized by freshwater lochs that seem to occupy more of the land than the land itself, plus deeply indenting sea lochs that reduce still further the proportion of green to blue. The western third of the island also has many lochs, but fewer than in the east, and here the complexities of the coastline are outlined by sandy beaches, machair and white mudflats, rather than by the rocks of the east coast. The best and most accessible beaches on North Uist are in the north and northeast of the island. At the north end of North Uist is the most recently established of its gateways. The B893 takes you to Otternish, and to the causeway opened in 1999, linking North Uist to Berneray. In doing so, it also links to the terminus for the Sound of Harris ferry, which since 1996 has transformed communications between Harris and the Uist. Salmon farming is a huge employer on the lochs of the Western Isles.
What's
Newton Steadings is an 18th century farm steadings set within the crofting township of Newton on the Isle of Benbecula. For years the steadings was used by the crofters of Newton for the housing of cattle and animal feed storage. Take a small detour along the coast from the central Uist road and sit down in comfort amongst the artworks and aquarium. Home baking and real coffee are served all day, and local cultural displays are available. Old and ancient chapels dotter the skyline on Uist, dating back to the 1800s, along with many of the gravestones. And even the Uist Islands didn't escape World War II. The Hebrides Smokehouse is a small family-run company with a history of fish smoking on North Uist going back over 30 years, and they aspire to make the best smoked products available anywhere. All of the fish and scallops and lobster are sourced from the pristine, clean waters of the Outer Hebrides. The exceptional quality of the ingredients are prepared entirely by hand before they smoke them with locally cut island peat to impart an unforgettably aromatic flavour. The Hebrides Smokehouse is located on North Uist, part of the Scottish Outer Hebridean archipelago that lies off the extreme northwest coast of the British mainland. Here on a hill overlooking the nature reserve, you can see the old chapel and the burial place of the MacLeods. Barnold is famous for its corncrakes, now one of Europe's most endangered species. Yes, we managed to find the island's only traditional fish and chip shop.